Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, welcome to my page, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. Yeah, I greet you at your location time. Yeah, my beautiful and handsome viewers all over the world. So let's enjoy another topic of today. The lawyers they spoke up. They say the constitution of Nigeria must be changed. So that was the title of today. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this story. So, I think lawyer Agbakoba, former SAN, the Bar Association of Nigeria, was the one who talked about the constitution of Nigeria, that is time for the constitution to be changed. So, I will bring out the video now. So, let's enjoy it. So, welcome. Please like, share, and make your comment on it. Thank you very much. God will bless you. Yeah. Okay, let's enjoy the video now.
Program, I'm Shola Sheyeli. The former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Olisa Agbakoba, has been speaking about governance strategies for President Bola Tinubu's administration, from issues of political governance to constitutional governance and much more. He details weak governance structures and says what is required is to strengthen it through critical laws and policies.
Governance is about a foundation. A country that has been struggling with a foundation for 23 years cannot be a serious country.
Yes.
And there has to be a need for some speed. So the 10th Assembly must immediately address this problem of continuous talking about Nigeria. Remember what Bola Ige said about the survival of Nigeria, and it rings, because I was there that day, it still rings in my head, that in a situation of a political arrangement such as Nigeria's, the first question is, just like I have a wife, do I want to be married? Question number one. So in Nigeria, do we want to be one? It's an assumption that we want to be.
Oh, sorry.
100年後、地球上に住めなくなっている動物はいないだろうか。
Sorry, guys.
It's a terribly big and wrong assumption, because when I went to Croatia, Croatia was part of the 6 countries that formed Yugoslavia. Right now they're doing very well. Macedonia is doing very well. Slovenia is doing very well. Slovakia is doing very well. So nothing says that we must be one country. Nothing. It's not sacrosanct that we must be one country.
It's a good topic.
In being one country, you have all the killings you have. In Jos, in Abuja, everywhere. What's the point being one country? So that's why, in looking at President Tinubu's governance program, I would remind him of a structural engineer who says, I can't build this house, I can't build Nigeria on the basis of a weak governance structure. It is the most important and fundamental process if you want a country to grow. So Nigeria's governance structure is very weak. The first is...
Very. I agree with that,
any
100%.
nation not at peace. And I always like to use the analogy of marriage. If, for instance, every day you get up and you and your wife are fighting, you cannot have peace.
Exactly.
And you cannot think about how to develop. So the first thing we have to do in Nigeria is we have to organize peace. Because if we don't organize peace and security, you can't have good governance. So that is the step number one. And I also made the point at the lecture that to continue to do the same thing with the same result is a mistake. We cannot resolve our problem by military solution. It will not happen. Quote me. If we continue on this path to deploy the military, deploy resources, and I don't even know how much has been spent by the military in acquiring armaments, we can't win. And the simple reason is you don't use military solutions for what is called irregular warfare. Where do you find these Boko Haram people or the bandits? So military option will not give Nigeria peace. Rather, what you need is to go back and say, before 1914, who were the owners of Nigeria? When you invite those who were owners of Nigeria, Benin Kingdom. Benin Kingdom, in the Guinness Book of Records, has the largest man-made structure in the world. The wall they built is bigger than the Chinese wall. People don't know this. So that is an extremely old empire. And the man who sits on that throne, the Oba, controls a humongous amount of political power. Then you count the emirs, you count my own Obi, yet you exclude them from the process of development is a huge error. It's a huge error. So this is what we need to do. We need to bring in all these guys. We need to bring in Ohaneze, Pandef, Arewa, Afenifere. These are the people that will shape Nigeria and give us political peace for development. So that's the first point on governance, on political governance. Then the second point on governance concerns the issue of what is the proper constitution that we need to have, because all the constitutions we've had have been imposed, right from the colonial to the military to the one that General Abdul Salam imposed, and then the one the National Assembly is now conducting, you know, and it has taken them 23 years. I think that's a very long time for us to have a constitution that no one even believes and respects. So I looked up, I did some research, and I found late Professor Nwabeze's theory on a new constitution very interesting. He says that the National Assembly may not be, and I repeated it to President Akpabio, may not be aware of the nature of their powers. So I pointed out that the National Assembly has 3 legislative powers. The first is the National Assembly sitting as the House of Assembly of the federal government. The second is the National Assembly sitting as the House of Assembly of the FCT. Then the third is the National Assembly sitting as the House of Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is a power they've never used. So Nwabeze suggests that they could use that to just establish a new constitution. All they need to do is to consult people. The constitution people don't understand is not as sacrosanct as it sounds, because it's an act that attaches the schedule. So Nwabeze suggests just delete the schedule, that's the current constitution, and add a new one. So all these discussions that have been taking place, write up something that is agreeable, send it around Nigeria, and once it's accepted, you go to the National Assembly, invoke the powers of Section 4, subsection 1, and then exchange. This happened when the Republican Constitution was established. The Parliament removed, by deletion, the Independence Constitution, and they put the Republican Constitution in exactly 1 day. Our National Assembly has spent 23 years. Because if you don't have the foundation, you can't go anywhere. So we don't have security, our political foundation is weak, our constitutional foundation is weak. 2 vital instruments for development. The judiciary is, as in my 45 years, never been as low as this. Even the Supreme Court, John Okoro, castigated the appeal court for a terrible judgment where they removed virtually everybody in the plateau political system. So we can't grow if we have a weak judiciary. And therefore the only way to go is to break up this mafia in the Supreme Court. We have to break it up. It's like saying, you know what?
We have to dismantle it.
No woman in Nigeria.
That is all what we are talking about.
That's what they've done to us in the judiciary.
Dismantle Nigeria. It's not working.
They create a mafia, block us out, and appoint themselves. Incestuous relationship. So they can't be their best. So I recommended to the National Assembly to understand the difference between administration of justice. That's why judges take note and write. Versus judicial administration. In respect of judicial administration, the National Assembly can intervene. I could see President Akpabio looking a bit puzzled when I was making that point.
Please share.
Are you sure we can do this? Of course, because already
share my people. Don't let them flag us up.
which sets out how judges should come to the court, how they should be composed. The only thing the constitution says is you must be 15 years to be a Supreme Court judge. Nothing else. So we need a law, a Supreme Court Appointment Act or whatever, to regulate the appointment of.
We want to be consistent in our program.
Of the
Please
courts.
help us
In the case
share and drop your comment.
It specifies that a person learned in Sharia law and customary law must be part of it. So why should somebody who is from the bar not be considered in the composition? To keep excluding the bar and the academics will result in a weak judicature. He's got off to a good start. He's kicked the engine of his aircraft. He's gone onto the wrong way.
The marriage
and the
is
most
not
difficult
working.
time for a pilot is when you're climbing up. So
the marriage of Nigeria is not working.
But remember that
the
pilot can always radio
Yoruba Nation
air traffic control that he wants to make an air return.
Let's go.
So we're at a point where we cannot say the climb out to reach cruising
Yoruba
heights.
Nation.
We can an air return.
Let's exit from this contamination country.
All what I'm saying, you know, you may say
contaminated country.
But what I'm saying, as far as I'm concerned, is
like Nigeria,
a very vital component.
It's contaminated.
Nigeria can reach cruising heights. Otherwise, the captain may be looking for the nearest airport to return to and land.
So as you can see, that is what we are talking about. As you can hear, you know, we've been saying that it's not working and it will never work because it's too much, you know, to undo. So anyway, this is a video for you. Tomorrow we shall bring another one. So help us support us in our ministry here by liking and share and leave your comment. God will bless you all. Have a nice day. Bye.